All right. Does anyone want to volunteer a recap?
We went in and kind of made our way down the council, just checking in, saying hi, talked to Eleander briefly. Anders gave us a letter which he would like delivered to Kiara. I wrote her name down. Let me just pull up my notes. Yeah, Kiara Shadowbreaker, his friend at the fort at Barrel Fort, to deliver should we go down there. He heard we were going down there. Then we went over to Captain Zendros, did some trading of items, selling a few things. I don't remember all what we bought or anything like that. And then at Yop's request, I believe we made our way up to where Zelok. No, that's not right.
Yeah,
Oh.
Zolek.
Zolok, that's what it is. I thought I had that.
Zolek. Zolek. Wait,
That's it.
fuck. Which order the vowel? I'm pretty sure it's Zolek.
It's Zolek. I have it written down somewhere. I have my notes in 3 different places because I'm smart. Anyway, and Yop found that she was unable to get her hand through the barrier, and then when Zashel showed that he still could, Zolek grabbed a hold of him, got a bite, and then thanks to Krellick. That's why I was confused. Zolek and Krellick. Thanks to Krellick, Zashel was able to, or basically Krellick pulled Zashel's arm out. So we don't know what that did in terms of strengthening Zolek, but it can't be good. Oh, and before we even made it into town, we spent some time upgrading and talking with Sunny about changes to be made to the lighthouse. Fancy new map, sign on the door. There are no more cracks on the outside of the lighthouse, I notice.
He replastered it.
Yep, and we have our fancy-dancy platform building on the outside, which presumably is the actual meeting office.
It is
a bar and stools.
That's actually the training facility that has the brewery and also a bar. But the first floor, the entryway,
room 13,
has
got
the
it.
13 is still the welcoming area that has like seats at the hearth, some shelves for some books, documentations if you need, ready access to Abernathy's office where he's got a lot more of the paperwork and other things for contract writing, and then the bar and the stove and everything else that you asked for that room, as well as the fireplace that has the elemental flame in it. But I believe that is pretty much what happened.
I think that's it. I think the thing with Zolek happened sort of at the end.
Mm-hmm. And you all went home, you ate crab for dinner, and
That's
took a long rest. So we're starting the morning. Well, actually, we're going to start the session in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night, when the air shifts and the wind moves and clouds start to gather, swirl, and thunder and roar, and this isn't unfamiliar, but you haven't spent many nights at the lighthouse, but this is another stormy night on the island. And this, for Yop, you are woken by the sounds of thunder, and you can feel the ocean and the water, the movement of the electricity in the air, as once again the island is sort of just overcome with waves. doesn't ever really destroy anything. In fact, this place is somehow has been standing for so long and continues to stand, and everything that is built here is meant to last. But you can feel the battering against the building and the power that comes from the raw chaos of storm.
Hmm. I would like to go outside, please. I'm gonna make my way down the stairs.
Okay. You're not stopped. It's the middle of the night. Most people are going to be sleeping. But as you're familiar with, whenever it does rain,
Mm.
these stairs leak and there's water falling down the stairs in a lovely sounding river of
Oh, and I'll be sure to hold on to the
splashing.
railing.
going all the way down to the bottom floor where it just sort of floats a little at the landing and then sort of vanishes and never pools. You want to go outside?
Absolutely.
All right. It is dark. I mean, if you're still wearing your helmet, you can see, but it's very dark and it's cold, and the wind is ferocious, and you can feel the rain pelting into you, and it feels like small daggers, but it doesn't hurt because it feels good.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna stay outside for a bit and enjoy the rain and enjoy the thunder, the sounds of the thunder, and the smell of that sea air, and I'm gonna just soak all of that in. That sounds nice.
And that's all you would like to do? Do you keep yourself anywhere you would consider safe or perhaps very much unsafe?
No, I'm not super concerned about safety. I'll probably roam the island a little bit, maybe check out the new sort of extension. Looking at this picture, it looks like there's sort of a railing along it, which indicates that there's some sort of perhaps little walkway around the outside of the building.
Mm-hmm. There's a very
Um,
small porch, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll try and squeeze myself between the building and the railing. Just take explore that and enjoy the storm.
Okay. Where you are protected from anything that is terribly dangerous. And you're a little bit more familiar now with being on a ship and other things, and this thing
Mhm.
isn't moving, so it's a little nicer. And I've got another draft of this map working right now, but this platform that you're on is actually it is still built into the surface and
Mhm.
and into the island, but it is cut out and above the water and is using in what's the word, embedded spells to keep it hovering,
Hmm.
which is the only reason that something this heavy can be supported by really such a small amount of space
Right.
otherwise.
Got it.
Mhm.
I think what I will do is I will lay down and withdraw into my shell, and I will sleep out here.
Okay. All right. As you bed yourself down, you are lulled to sleep by the sounds of thunder and the waves and the rain and everything, as it feels like the planet could break under the sound of the tempest. And there is flash and flash after lightning strike that you can see is hitting the top of the lighthouse
Mhm.
at its flagpole. And every time it does, the light at its center, or that spins and is signaling to safety ships abroad, flares, and it almost looks like it's changing color every time as well. But it's kind of hard to see from where you are.
Right.
And you go to sleep. You
Mhm.
get a full rest,
Oh yeah.
and you wake up to a very wet, very wet, cold, but quiet island.
Hmm. I feel great. I think I'll go see if anything is if I can help prepare anything to eat. And I will head inside.
Okay. What's doing first thing in the morning? Yumi, what are you up to?
Morning?
Mm-hmm.
I think she would get out of the hammock and come downstairs and see if Missy needs help with breakfast.
All right. You can still see, because it has been raining, that the stairs are still flooded, but it's not a danger as long as you're holding onto the rail. And you hear some thumping coming from underneath the stairs, which is odd.
I will check out the thumping sounds.
And how do you go about doing that?
I just walk up to it.
Okay. It is, again, coming from under a stair. Do you go to try to find the way into the stairwell from underneath, or do you just kind of lower your head against the floor?
I think I'd lower my head against the floor first.
Okay. Would you make me either perception check or investigation?
Oh, fun. I'm great at both of those.
I'm so sorry. It's fairly rhythmic, as if something is being hit in a pattern. Not necessarily, not a beat or anything, just a very steady. Every once in a while it pauses, and then it shifts a couple of inches, and you can hear it again. Sounds
I will
like something.
knock on the step, as if in response to the knocking, to see if anyone does something different.
It stops, and then there's a very soft rapping in response, echoing your tap.
I will try to yell hello through the step.
You hear a very similar response.
Do I recognize the voice?
Why don't you roll me insight? Not quite. It's a little bit between the sound of the waterfall and the waterfalling and the barrier of wood between you two. It's hard to to recognize.
I will say this is Yumi. What are you doing? And hope they would provide their name.
You hear back, and it's very muffled, so I won't add voice or anything to it. But Sunny replies that it's him, and he is working first thing in the morning.
I will ask if he needs help.
Nope, all good. It's a tight fit down here. Just keep moving.
I'm pretty small, but okay. And then she'll just go down the stairs.
Okay. And then you hear repeated thumping again. Okay. And you're going to go help Missy. That's not an issue. She's just she's been cooking a lot with the root vegetables you've been growing for her, as well as the fresh produce that she can still get whenever someone runs into town for her. So you've got like eggs and some cuts of meat and other things. And for those of you who don't eat meat, she has other proteins and things, beans and such for you for breakfast. Zashel, what are you up to?
As with most mornings, Zashel tries to be up by dawn, greet the sunrise, read his tome a little bit. Following that, he is probably in the going over the bookshelves down in the meeting area, making sure everything is organized correctly and he knows what's in there.
This is a good question for Yop. Do you get up before sun or after sunrise?
No, Yop's a late sleeper. She gets up after the sunrise.
Okay, that means Zashel would have seen you out in the yard.
Yes.
Not judging. Yop carries a house, whatever.
Right.
Okay. Most of the books that are in the collection available is mostly documentation. It's all. I mean, it's all stuff that Zashel would be interested in, but most other people would only pull out as necessary. Like it's got information on the deed to the lighthouse. It's got information on ownership and the contracts and the leasing and everything. It's got some information on the past franchise of Acquisitions Incorporated in Saltmarsh.
Definitely gonna check that one out.
Okay. Would you like to spend time doing that now, or is that just something you're gonna casually do?
It's something I'll just casually do in general.
Okay, I'll give you some information about that later then. All right. And Kralik, how's your morning starting?
Kralik gets up pretty early for most days. Shortly after sunrise, because depending where he is, he might try to, swim and catch a fish, and that takes time, right? But this morning, he is in wherever the dining room area is, whatever that is in this place, and he has one of the legs from the crab, like a whole leg, and is like just cracking and eating the shell and meat, just the whole thing. Just sitting at there, has a tankard of ale, and is enjoying a fresh crab breakfast.
If that's the case, we would put all of you then, as breakfast is being finished in preparation and such. Well, I'll put you all in the dining room so you guys can discuss what you would like to be doing today.
Just for clarification, because we would have had to, we would all have to have gone down the lighthouse. So, if anybody went down the stairs, would they have heard that banging noise?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I guess as he's cracking through a shell and sees people coming in to the room, just kind of takes a few big chomps, big mouth open kind of chomps. Just looks at whoever the first person is that's coming in the room, and he'll say, "You hear that banging?"
No.
Yeah, Sunny is working on some renovations.
I thought you had rats in the walls.
They might.
Oh, I'm sorry. You all want some of these? I hand out the crab leg.
Thank you. Very nice. Yup will take a fistful for herself.
So, what are we doing today? You got more people to talk to.
I would like to go back to Ida. I feel like we should at least report what happened with Zolek, so that there's no surprises. I honestly feel like we probably should have done that before we came back here. I'm not sure why I didn't. I must have been out of sorts.
It's perfectly understandable given what's happened. I also think we should speak with Anders again and get that note. I'd like to speak with Kara Shadowbreaker and find out what she knows about the Scarlet Brotherhood.
That means a trip to the forest, so we can deliver that letter for Anders.
Yes.
Is that the guy that I'm supposed to rough up for you?
Anders? Anders is the one. No, he's not the one you want. We need you to rough up. That is Scarin Wavechaser, who is a threat to Anders. Anders is the one we are protecting.
Yeah, but Anders that little fucker, right?
The councilman, yes.
Yeah, but you think he's all mixed up in all this shit.
Mixed up as in caught in the middle of, not necessarily a part of. Scarin is the one that is in the mix.
All right. Well, look, the thing is, it's been a few days since I broken a kneecap, and, yeah.
Well, we will try and find you a kneecap to break just as soon as possible. Ooh, I just had an idea. And Yop pulls out her whisper jar and places it on the table and says into it, "What can you tell me about Scarin Wavechaser? Let's see if the Home Office knows there's a file on him." Need to make a history check.
Mm-hmm.
Son of a bitch.
Oh,
Close.
Oh,
God damn it.
do you have inspiration?
Oh, I do. Is that? There we go.
Okay, all right. That was painfully close.
Yeah, oddly enough, if it had been like a 4 or something, I would have been like, fuck it.
Okay. You hear back after a moment. Scarin Wavechaser, a citizen of Saltmarsh in Kyoland, about 46 years old, attendant at the Solmner residence. Friends of Petra Solmner, recently deceased. And, what else can I give you? Nope, that's it. Sorry. That's all I got for you.
Okay, well, not much more than we knew already, but it was worth a shot.
Krellick grabs the jar and like turns it upside down, looking for the source of the person.
Did it say he was friends with Petra Solmner?
That's what it said. Ooh, Krellick, do be careful with that, please.
I'm not gonna drop it. I'll just... Wait. There's like a little person in here, yeah?
No, Krellick, I believe there's a magical connection back to the Acquisitions Inc. Home Office. So if we need information about something, we can see if they have anything on file.
Krellick, like, turns upside down, is like putting his eye up to the opening in the jar, just trying to look in. Thinks about whether he could possibly eat the thing to consume the person, and then just hands it back to you.
Well, perhaps Kiara in the Silverstrand will have more information about Mr. Wavechaser.
Okay, you guys want to go to town and talk with
We-
Edda and Anders?
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
It feels like we should come up with a cover of why we are headed to this forest beyond bring letter.
Well, I think... You mean a cover for Anders?
Mostly, yes.
Isn't
I
your
suppose
cover
if we
that you just
simply- Go ahead.
well in your cover just say you're delivering a letter? Like, it don't need to be complicated.
Well, I think that will work as a cover for Kiara Shadowbreaker. But I think I think what Zasha's suggesting is that we need a cover for Anders as to why we're going to the woods so that we can deliver his letter.
More.
Well, didn't he want you to deliver the letter? So
Well, he wanted us to deliver the letter, but only if we were going to the woods. So if we return a day later and say, oh, we weren't going yesterday, but now we're going today, it's likely that he'll ask us what has changed.
We can just tell him Vakaris wants to go see the elves in the woods.
Fair enough. That's good.
Ooh, that's very good.
Sorry. Okay. If that's it, then you guys can be getting yourselves into the turtle shell and head to town. Is that everything then here?
That's everything for Krellick.
All right. We'll go to Saltmarsh. All right.
And what is the tortoise shell?
The turtle shell is the boat that
It's a keel boat.
yeah, that's been acquired in the first adventure, and they have since painted the outside of it to look like a turtle shell, and have been using it to ferry themselves from Saltmarsh to the lighthouse.
In relation to the map, where is the lighthouse in relation to the Saltmarsh map?
It's actually some ways out southwards, southeast. It is not on the map.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's about an hour's voyage, give or take.
Okay, because I was curious. It sounded like a boat was being taken last session to here. I'm like, how far away are we?
Yeah, no,
We
it's a
Pretty
ways.
far. Also, the map is not orientated correctly, so southeast is not where you think it is.
Yeah, I see the compass at the bottom. Yeah.
Okay, and just as a reminder, Zashel, you mentioned wanting to go talk to Punketta, possibly, if that's something you remembered or not. Well, you're going to be in town, so. But otherwise, you guys can head to the council hall. It's early enough in the morning, but not so early that they would not be in yet.
Yeah, I think the council's on the way to where she is anyway, so that works.
Mm-hmm.
Where they pull in, because Krellick doesn't give a shit about these council people. There's like a market area. Is there like blacksmith shops and that kind of thing around there?
There is a blacksmith shop that's a little ways off from the market, I believe, just around the block-ish, and everyone else has been here long enough that if you express that's where you want to go, they can point you in the right direction. And anyone else, like, at the market could also show you the way to the Dwarven Anvil, if that's where you'd like to go.
Sure, yeah. As we we disembark, and I know that they want to head that way.
I can head to the council myself if the rest of you want to go with Krellick.
I have one thing I would like to do at the council building, so I will accompany you.
Yeah, look, it's just a lot of talking, and I'll get bored. So I figure probably best that you all do that, and I just want to see if maybe I can get this axe sharpened. So
Shall we meet?
reasonable.
Shall we meet back at outside of the council hall?
yeah, like an hour, right?
Wonderful.
You won't need like an hour to chat, yeah.
Did you want me to go with you to get your axe sharpened?
Oh, sure. I mean, if you want to come along.
Sure.
Okay. We'll do the council hall first, and then we'll go to the Dwarven Anvil. All right. So
On our way to the council hall, I'm just looking for any sort of bakery or vendor that sells baked goods.
sure, we could say that sort of thing.
Great.
Well,
Yeah, I just want to buy a pastry of some sort.
okay. How much do you want to spend? Couple copper?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
All right.
So it's something decent quality, but not going too crazy.
Sure. We could even say a silver for something really nice.
Perfect. That makes my math easier.
Okay. And you go to the council hall. Who are you looking for to see first?
What did you need to see?
I'm going to stop in and say hello to Manistrad.
Okay.
I will meet up with you when we're done.
Okay. I just need to see Ida, and I'll grab that letter from Anders.
Wonderful.
We'll start with Manistrad.
I will knock on her door.
You can hear her shout that you can come in.
Hello, Manistrad. It's so nice to see you again.
Hey, how's it going?
It's
Did you
going
introduce yourself last time?
I did. My name is Yap. You may have forgotten. I was a bit out of sorts, and I wanted to come and apologize, and I brought you this, and I'd give her the picture.
Fucking nice of you. Thank you.
Oh, well, that's very kind. As I said, I was a little out of sorts when we met yesterday, but I'm feeling much better now, and I wanted to apologize for my behavior, and so I hope that no harm was done.
Dude, no, I'm not sensitive like some of these other people around here. Don't worry about that.
Oh, well, that's very nice to know. Well, that's really all I had to say. We are headed to the Silverstrand Wood, so one of our cohorts would like to explore up there a little bit and perhaps maybe even see some of the elves. So if you are either looking for us or if you have any work that needs to be done up in that area, by all means, let us know.
I don't think she kind of scratches a little bit of the scruffy beard she has and just says, I don't think I've got anything for you, but I think you picked just about the right time to go. I think they're got like some kind of some sort of big celebration thing happen, some festival
Oh, really?
in the next couple
Lovely.
days. Yeah, I don't know much about it. Again, I'm not local, but I heard some thing about it. Some people from Saltmarsh are actually headed up that way just because it's apparently a big deal.
Oh, wonderful. Well, it's better to be lucky than good.
Sure, yeah, I fully agree with that.
Okay, well, it was nice to see you, and I'm sure we'll stop in and say hello when we're back in town.
Sure, yeah. And if you're ever bored, if you want, you can come and hang out at the Wicker Goat. It's where a bunch of my dudes hang out in our off time.
That
at least
sounds lovely.
at least in town. We got a cheap place out near the mine, but that place sucks.
Well,
The only thing about it is that everyone else it's a little bit easier. Everyone else just speaks Dwarvish out there, but I mean, it's not like it's super hard to translate around here, so.
if you are interested, we have built an addition onto the lighthouse that can accommodate small bits of company. And then I say in Dwarvish, and you would always be welcome if you wanted to stop by for a drink.
And she returns in Dwarvish and just says, no shit. Alright. Sounds good. I'll keep it in mind.
Wonderful. Have a nice day.
You too. Okay. Zashley, you wanted to speak to Etta?
Mhm.
Okay. She's coming in late. It appears that she had some business at the docks. And just throws off her raincoat, shakes some water off of her, and says, Morning, how are you doing? Here bright and early.
Not with great news, I'm afraid. I'm not sure why I didn't report this yesterday, but you seem to be the most familiar with the creature Zolek. My fellow acquisitions employees had reason to be out there, and testing the barrier, he was able to grab and drink from my hand the other day. I don't know what that will do. I don't know what Yuan-Ti blood will do to him, but I thought you might, if anybody would have any idea. I worry if he's been in there and being starved for so long that even any small amount of sustenance might change his
You don't get
power.
far into this explanation before she's frozen and blanched, and she comes over to you and is clearly inspecting you for a bite mark.
I will hold out my arm where I was bitten.
She snatches your wrist and looks and sees the long tears from the puncture wound down your wrist into the palm, and says, "Dear God, and are you feeling all right?"
I feel fine.
Well, I'm really sorry. I don't know much about this creature other than my own experience. I don't really know what it can do or anything of that nature necessarily, besides, in theory, turn others to it. But if you're feeling fine, then I'd assume you're all right. You might want to go check with Welgar up at the temple. He might be able to give you a better, clearer answer than I.
At the Temple of Krokan.
She nods.
Okay. That might be a little out of my way for the day, but I'm sure we can find time to get over there at some point. I just meant more for your guards. I didn't want them to be surprised by something or anything like that, so.
I'll tell them. That's very concerning. We'll hope that if you are still feeling yourself, then I can only assume that whatever it got from you was not maybe enough to be able to strengthen it. Besides, again, it can only move through the barrier with help, as I understand the blessing. So, unless you put your hand through willingly and took its hand and brought it through, as I understand
Definitely
it,
Wait, that's all it takes to get Zolek out of there?
you have to volunteer to offer help to it and pull it through. Yes.
That.
Part of
seems
the
very
reason it was
ineffable
very
barrier.
well buried for some time. Listen, if I had been the one to place that curse, barrier, blessing, whatever you want to call it, then I would have maybe put something a little stronger, but I again was 4 years old.
Yeah, no. I appreciate that. It's just. It seems. Anyway, I'm sure the followers of Torm? Yes, Torm had their reasons for putting it up that way.
So,
Anyway, I just wanted to let you know.
thank you for telling me. I'll head out that way and let the Stoutsleys know.
Have any of the other council members been made aware of Zolek and his location being discovered?
I have not made mention of it. Not many people know about Zolek to begin with. There's a reason we've kept it quiet. As you've been able to see, it's not apparently very hard to get through.
Fair enough. All right, well, if you need me, you, of course, know how to contact me.
She nods.
And then I will head out, and I will stop in at Anders to grab that letter.
He seems, as he is, excited to see you, and hands over the note with both excitement and trepidation. There's a little bit of like he's eager to hand it out, but then very reluctant to let it go. But then wishes you well as you on your travel, on your trip.
What are the components of the message?
A copper wire.
Also verbal and somatic. Oop, also verbal and somatic. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I will thank him for the letter, let him know we will deliver it safely, and wish him a good day, and then walk out.
Okay. The two of you catch back up. At the.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I wanted to stop and talk
Yes.
to Yop real quick at the council hall. Yop, do you see anybody watching us? Yop. Did we lose Adam at some point?
Adam, you're muted.
I don't know. Do I see anybody watching us?
Why don't you roll me perception?
I will assist at work.
The gnomish secretary is happens to be in first thing in the morning, filing her nails quietly.
No one other than the secretary.
I will position Yop between myself and the secretary, and I will cast a message as quietly as possible. And I would like to target Anders.
Okay.
Anders, this is Ashel. If something is wrong and you need our assistance, just walk out into the hallway and then turn around and go back in. I just want to make sure everything's okay. You can reply to this message if everything is fine.
Like confused pause as he is, and before he responds, no, everything's all right. Thank you, though.
All right, we're good, Yop. I was worried for nothing. I need to make one more step before we go to the Dwarven Anvil, though.
Wonderful.
We'll get that one out of the way real quick because I don't think it's gonna take too long. So you take Yop to the house.
I do.
Okay. I've described this house before, a very comfortable, snug little cottage that just stepping beyond the gate into the yard just brings tranquility. I don't know how Yop feels about that anymore, but it's a very different sensation than just being out on the street. You knock, and Punketta answers. A little gnomish wizard. And she looks up at the two of you, little dark hair in a bun, and just says, morning!
Morning. Just wanted to check in. We got back from our trip out to sea a couple days ago, actually, I think. Probably should have come by sooner. Wanted to make sure everything was okay, that's all.
You hear running footsteps from inside the cottage as Liru, in her morning, her dressing gown, runs to the door, says, you're back! Good to see you! Hello! And she puts her hand out to Yop to shake.
Oh, hello. It's hello.
Hello. Zashel, how are you? How was
Good.
the trip?
Wonderful. Is everything okay?
Yes, everything is great. I found something that I really think you'll like. Just give me one moment. I found it while we were clearing out the space for Punketta in the spare room, and she runs off again, and then comes back with a book in her hands, which has black leather binding. It's very, very thin, and as she holds it out to you, and the sunlight falls onto it, the leather, the darkness of the leather begins to kind of shift and move a little bit in flat shape and flat colors, rainbow shifting pigments, but still remaining black. And she holds it out to you. I found this. I think you might like it. I think you'll find use of it anyway. Oh, I've not run in some time. And she goes to sit down on a couch.
Okay.
Yop will take her hat off and fan her with the hat.
Thank you.
Deep breaths, dear.
Thank you. Sorry, it's been a little while. I get nervous, and it's good to see that you're back. And I found that book about 3 days ago, and it's been on my mind. So I'm glad that you're. And I wanted it to be a surprise, which is why I didn't tell you beforehand. I'm so sorry, dear. And she fans herself as well as she catches her breath.
Zashel just stands there a little shell-shocked for about 20 or 30 seconds and then opens the book.
Okay. I'm going to show you the item. Because she will explain what this is. You don't have to have it identified for you. A rather thin tome with black leather binding that reveals swirling colors in the light. It contains only 5 total pages, with the first and last blank. The second page holds dedication by the author Vivian Calrook. The next 2 pages hold a combination of moving glyphs and fading inks that shift throughout the day. And every day you get to roll randomly on a spell that you can use without concentration. The book maintains concentration for its duration, for the spell's duration. You can use your charisma modifier if you like, and it does not cost a spell slot, and does not require any components. Doesn't require material components to cast any of these spells.
This is awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool.
This is amazing. What? You found it in this?
No, it was with some of my things that just got buried. I'm such a hoarder. I was going through the spare room trying to make room for my guest, and it was under a bunch of other junk.
I'm at a loss for words. Thank you. This is astounding.
She smiles so brightly that the whole room lights up.
I'm almost sorry to say this, but we are actually. I came by. We are actually heading back out of town, not back out into the ocean. We have some business over at the Silver Strand Forest.
Yop looks at her and looks at Zashel and looks at her again. Maybe I should give you 2 a moment.
Why?
Yes, why?
Oh, never mind. And Yop fans her more frantically.
She's sitting forward now and staring at you, Zashel, with like eyes wide and waiting for you to continue your explanation.
We have some business to attend to there, and another errand for a council member to run. We shouldn't be long. This should only a few days at most.
All in the right direction, of course.
I'm sorry, what was that? I missed the beginning.
This is all within our own direction, of course, yes?
Yes, of course.
She smiles again. Well, let me know when you get back.
I will make sure to come here first this time.
She
Will
grins
you
and
be
gets up to give you a hug.
okay?
Of course I'll be okay. It's just nice to
haven't-
know where you are.
I just haven't seen you that excited in a long time. It was
Like you said, this thing is very interesting and powerful, and I was very excited.
how are things working out with you and Punketta? That situation is working out well. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously she's moving into the
And-
guest room.
Yeah, no, it's been great. Upgraded from a sock drawer to a whole bed. That's a joke. No, I've been doing fine. I did a little run out near the Dunwater. There's some weird shit out there. Weird stuff.
What is the Dunwater?
It's the river that cuts through Saltmarsh, and actually will be the way that you are headed toward. The road follows the Dunwater up to Burl.
Okay.
Oh wait, is it the Dunwater? Hold on, it's not. It's the Kingfisher. My apologies. But she says, "There,
Who put that on the map?
put what on the map?"
There be geese.
Oh, that was me. Sorry. I thought people would be a lot more zoomed in.
All right. Oh, sorry.
Anyway, she says, out past the grove, there's some weird stuff out in the water, so be careful. Like there's some, like, all right, I'm gonna tell them the thing, right? And she looks at Liru, who nods. Okay, so she sent me out to this big old tower that used to exist, right on the river, basically. Apparently, a bunch of alchemists used to work out there and brew a whole bunch of stuff, and then things kind of went like super bad for them one day, and now they're super dead. But some of the things that they made are alive's not the right word, but active definitely is. So I was just out there making sure that nothing there that was thinking was what Liru considers contrary to the cause, as I understand it. But there's not really any thinking things out there, but there's a shitload. There's a lot of dangerous things out there, so be careful.
I'll keep that in mind. And this tower, you say, is just past the Sea Grove?
It's a
road and the
ways
river?
away. It's a ways away. It's pretty far out of town. But there's not like any liches or anything out there. It's just like a lot of slime. Like a lot of slime.
These things weren't headed towards town, were they?
Oh no, they don't even like leave the water really.
I see.
Something to keep in mind.
Oh, also watch out for trolls. She told me there were trolls.
Trolls, got it. Anything else you saw out there we should be aware of?
One or two bandits, but I mean, I could kind of kick a little bit of ass, so, just normal road stuff.
All right. Then hopefully we will see you. Not hopefully. Then we will see you when we return. It should only be. I don't know. I actually have no idea how far it is out there, but no more than a few days, I would think.
She nods, Liru nods, and then kisses your cheek, and then waves you off.
All right. We should head to the Dwarven Anvil. Meet the other two.
Yes, I agree. It was nice to see you again.
Nice to meet you. And
Nice
Baketa
to
waves
meet
as
you.
well.
See you soon.
Okay, at the Dwarven Anvil, this is an open an open building with a immaculately carved and very large dwarven anvil at the center of this open forge. But the attendants, the people who work here, clearly familial, are obviously also not dwarves. They're two humans, a mother and a son. You're trying to get an axe sharpened. Is there anything else you're trying to do while here? Get other weapons or anything?
Yeah, actually. Do they have like a countertop or something?
Yeah. They have a storefront. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll set my battle axe and my maul on their counter and say,
just bringing these in for tune-up and sharpening. Also, I need a few more throwing bits, like these.
and I point to a hand axe I have.
And you got something I can like strap around me. I want like 5 of those hand axes, so I can easily get them.
Mafira, the owner, the mother of the family, says, "We could do something along those lines, though we've never crafted anything for someone of your particular stature."
Ain't the first time I heard that.
If we were to create a special utility item for you, it would take some time, but otherwise we can. The items you ask for, the axes and such, you can purchase those now. We could give those to you now.
How long it gonna be for the strappy bit?
Perhaps 2 days?
Fucking hell, everything here.
We are the leading smith within the town. We have a lot of requests for both leather and metalworks.
Alright. How much it gonna cost?
Well, it looks like I don't expect that you would need much more than, and she takes, she does some guesstimating measurements, and writes down some details. Perhaps 5 gold for the strapping, unless you wanted just raw leather. I could give that to you now too.
Nah, wanna see what the best artisans here can do, right?
Alright. And for the weapons, let's see. And axe. Oh, they're 5 gold apiece, so 25 for the set of 5.
Just 3? Already got 2.
Oh, I see. And then 15.
Cool. I pay. I look to Yumi. Yumi has what? A lot of crossbows and a quiver. Is that right?
Longbow, shortbow, crossbow.
Oh, I don't have a short bow.
Oh, you don't have the shortbow. Okay.
I do have a heavy and a light crossbow, though.
I thought I remembered crossbows. Yeah. And I have that in my notes of what Yumi looks like. Crossbows. I wrote lots of crossbows.
Ayumi, you need anything?
I would like to pick up some more arrows, but I think that's about it.
Alright. Put arrows on me, Tab.
Fira nods and also looks at Yumi and says, "Are you going to be needing any more handcuffs anytime soon, miss?"
I think 5 is enough for now. Thank you.
Most would say that maybe 2 is enough, but you kept coming in, so I thought I'd ask. And she smiles.
You know, we keep running into big groups of people. Maybe I should get something bigger.
Perhaps a length of chain with hooks and locks attached, so you could link manacled folks together.
No, like something for a large creature.
Oh.
Like if I was to chain up a large wolf, maybe.
Very odd work that you find yourself in.
But you're gonna have to make it like really fucking strong, because I could probably break that.
Don't know, we are quite capable craftsmen ourselves. Is this something you would like to commission, Miss Yumi?
Yes, please.
She makes a note of that. Give me one moment. Give me an estimate on how much that should cost. Oh god damn it. We'll say that will cost we'll say that costs 20 gold. Something sturdy enough to hold and restrain a large creature, and then also the quantity. It will also become, it's also going to be a heavy item. I don't know how much it will weigh exactly, but that will be a cumbersome item.
Okay.
I think there is like a bear trap item that exists.
Bear trap is a thing, but that's not, I mean, unless that's what you want, that's not
No.
exactly the same thing.
No, just saying like I think like the cost and like weight is probably like similar, right? Because it's a big chunk of metal.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just having trouble finding it in the
I think
compendium.
it's Hunter's
There
Trap.
we go. Yes. Okay. Okay. It lists a hunting trap as 5 gold, but I'm going to at least double that. We'll say 10.
Oh, it's okay. She'll pay the 20, and
Okay.
she'll hand it in for a custom dog collar, basically.
Right. Do you want this fur lined as well?
No, that's not necessary for this one.
All right, then it will take less time. And we'll mark that down for 3 days. Sound good?
Sounds good.
It was gonna take you gonna take long on sharpening all these.
Me?
This will take moments, and she lifts both items with one in each hand with little effort and takes them to the grindstone.
Ah, cool. I'll turn to Yumi and ask her.
So, what do you do for fun here? Because all you guys do is just talk to people in that building.
I'm not very good at fun things.
Alright, so you don't do, like, anything you enjoy?
Not that I can. I like gardening.
Okay, see, that sounds like something you look for a minute there. I thought you just wake up in the morning and then suddenly you're asleep and you don't know what happened in between.
I mean, some days it is like that.
Yeah, I guess that's right. Well, you grow there, it's that room that has no floor in it, yeah?
I also grow it outside, but yes.
Alright, look, I didn't walk in there, but is there already a floor in that room, or do you just fall forever?
You don't fall forever.
So you, so you done it then? You jumped down and fell for like ever?
I cannot answer that. And she kind of gives you a smirk.
Oh, definitely not jumping in that room, alright. You ever grow like a deadly plant? Like a big Venus flytrap thing?
No, but I have grown poisonous plants.
Alright, now we're talking. What about, okay, alright, how many of those you got? Because we could, like, squish them on like, your arrows, and then you shoot them at people, right? Poison.
We could, but that's not really something I like to do.
Right. Hmm.
Yop and Zashel make their appearance.
Hello.
Hello. You done doing what you're doing?
I believe we have.
I'm just waiting for me weapons, but after that, we going to some place, so we're doing something.
Well, I believe that if your business is concluded in town and our business is concluded in town, I believe we are headed north, where I understand not only is Kiara Shadowbreaker there, but apparently there's some sort of festival going on.
See, that sounds like fun, Yumi.
It does
Not-
sound like fun, Yumi.
Really, but sure, if you
Oh.
say so.
You know, a bunch of food, a bunch of people drinking, maybe be able to get a scrap or two.
It does sound like there might be some trouble along the road to the Silverstrand Woods.
See, I'm liking this even more every time you talk about it. Hey, you done in there?
I'm yelling at the dwarves.
I'm not
No
sure
dwarves. No dwarves,
I
but
like your idea of fun.
but your weapons are returned to you.
Sick. You said no dwarves?
There are no dwarves at the Dwarven Anvil.
Who? Sorry, who was I speaking to?
A human woman and her son.
A human woman. Okay.
Hmm
A human.
There are no dwarves at the Dwarven Anvil.
I mean, compared to you, they're short, right?
Well, maybe. I'm like only 6 foot.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't make a giant turtle.
Okay. All right, folks. If there's nothing else you'd like to do in town, oh, one more very important thing. Do you take Toby and Micah with you?
If we're going, wait, you mean into the forest?
Well, I mean, if you guys, okay, remember they are your wards. You do have to at least keep an eye on them or something. But you also do know that they're trustworthy individuals. If you'd like to leave them in town so they can be with their families for a bit, that's fine. But if you also want to, do your due diligence and take them with you, that's also fine. I just need to know.
Maybe they should head back to the lighthouse and assist with the renovations.
Not a bad idea. Then Abernathy can also keep an eye on them.
Yes.
Yeah, but who's gonna carry all our shit?
They don't carry our stuff.
Order.
I thought they were here to carry the bags.
No, they have never carried our bags. They're here to sail the ship, cause...
Well, he's carrying my bag.
I'm sorry, what?
If he, I know he's not there, but I'm thinking of one of the boys.
What?
And Micah.
Yeah, I don't know who these people are. I've met them
Okay.
portionally. You know. What
Yes, yeah.
Are you thinking of Sonny?
I mean? No. The whoever your
the
two
two-
wards are.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Out of character, we just send them to visit their family while we're running errands, correct?
Kind of. It kind of depends. Sometimes they have other things to do, like watch the ship or do things at the boat. They have lives, but yeah. More often than not, when you guys are in town, they go and say hi to their wives. Yeah.
I just assume we tell them, okay, we'll be done at this time. You can just don't get into trouble and be back at this time.
yeah, that's pretty much what happens. But the question still stands: do you want them to come with you, as they went with you on the last adventure, technically, or would you like them to stay here?
Yumi would rather they not, because we're not going by boat, and she doesn't want them to get killed because we drag them into combat.
Yeah, Dashiell's sort of in the same boat where they
And
can.
Yop makes 3.
Okay, Toby and Micah get to stay at Saltmarsh.
Get to live another day.
We'll
Are
ask
those-
them to help
Get to not
Sunny
get
if
murdered by
yeah.
us opening our.
Are we supposed to be bringing them places?
They are basically on like a work release program to us, since they are a set of former smugglers who were kept out of jail by us, like when we took down their organization. There were a couple hobgoblins who were not quite so lucky. They are dead. And then Sanballet was their leader, and he is currently in like the jail.
Yeah, okay. These aren't employees in training. These are just dudes you guys have.
They are employees of Acquisitions Incorporated. They've signed paperwork,
Okay.
but they are not necessarily in the same way that you guys are the party and the representatives and everything of the franchise. They do not have that burden of responsibility, as they are your guys' burden.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I just wanted to see, like, were they, like, are they supposed to be training to do this? And then it's like, why aren't we bringing them?
Gotcha. Yeah.
We took them as laborers and we got them out of jail, so we have to watch over and make sure they don't get into trouble. But we're kind of lax on that. It's like, just don't get into trouble, because we know they're ultimately not bad people.
Then I know who Krellick will hang out with and take to bars.
Get them in trouble.
There's also the fact that if they get in any sort of real trouble, they risk going back to jail. Or going to jail, I should say.
It'll be fine.
No, I mean, that's why we kind of have some degree of trust with them. They want to stay out of jail.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're leaving them in Saltmarsh in theory to also help at the lighthouse as time permits, but they are not joining with you on your trip to Burl.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Cool.
To where are you saying?
To Burl, it's the waypoint between. It's the outpost that is just on the border of the Silver Stand.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Burl is where you'll meet Kiara.
Got it.
How long is this gonna take to get there?
Ooh, I don't remember.
Port Barrel. Got it.
Yes. Yes.
Barrel Fort. Got it.
Okay. Oh, come on. Give me more information than this book. Come on. We will say that this is. Do you guys the trip to the haunted house? That was like. Do you remember about how long that was? Was that? Did I say either an hour? Do you remember if it was an hour or if it was a day?
I thought it was an hour. I thought it was
Yeah.
basically the north edge of town, wasn't it?
Longer than an hour, but definitely less than a day.
Okay. I don't remember because I did it differently for different games. Burl will take a couple of days to get there by road. You could technically take less time if you ride the river, but the river can only be taken by rafts. You cannot take your own ship.
Could we get horses and a wagon?
You could. In fact, I believe, I mean, he's not here, but you have the cartographer who has a feature that allows you to acquire some.
That seems like a reasonable plan.
Anyone know how to steer a wagon?
No.
Nope.
Afraid not.
Sounds like that's you, Yumi.
Guess we're walking.
And we'll take our 10-minute break.
To get we have somebody to get a cart for us.
You do, but the player isn't here. I mean, I would be okay with you guys still using the feature. However, no one can steer a cart.
I think he's the only one that can.
Is
He
it?
has water vehicles.
Yeah, none of us can. We could hire a coach.
Well, I was gonna say, is it
We could
is
get somebody to-
is it such a thing that we absolutely cannot? Like, can I just do it badly?
Well, I mean, I think you could. I kind of rule that you can still do it. You're just gonna suck at it, and it like eats into time. Like, travel time will take already like 14 hours, and it'll take an extra 2 to 4 depending on your role, kind of thing.
There's nothing we got to do, so except this, as far as I'm aware.
If that's what you want to do, I'm cool.
We're not in a
Save
time
our
pressure for anything, right?
No.
No of.
Yeah, and we have a few days on. I mean, I have a few days for stuff in town, so I personally don't mind if it takes a little bit longer. If we're just bad at carting and maybe lose the cart.
We could do that if you want.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I mean, it's that or walking and horses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do bad cart.
It's 15 hours one way, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of walking.
Yeah, let's do bad cart. Who wants to run the bad cart?
Yop's an expert in driving a cart.
Yeah, this again. Yes.
I am perfectly fine with that.
Just getting you guys the cart that I've got, which is gonna be which is gonna tick 2 of you off once you see it.
Whatever you do, don't make Yumi drive the cart.
Is Yumi not a good carter?
Not at all.
Actually have. I wonder if this game comes with a token for
Yumi did at a lot of things.
That is a really sad, like, statistical truth about her.
Besides dexterity, my next highest stat is charisma, which is a 13.
13, and she doesn't like to have fun.
Doesn't like to have fun.
She doesn't know how to have fun.
We gotta get to this festival.
You go regular human or variant human with Yumi?
Regular.
Okay.
It's actually why she went human, to get her shit stats 1 point higher. Okay, it looks like the one cart that I've got is the one cart that I've got, so
Sick.
it's a hand cart in its picture, but we are imaginative folk, so we will just get you guys on the map. Da, 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 da. Look,
So,
guys.
word of warning: if we are introduced to young children, do not get attached to them.
Told you.
Don't name these horses.
Never ever name the horses.
He's gonna name the horses.
Yeah, here's the
Oh,
thing.
that's on.
During our journey, I'm gonna ritually cast Speak with Animals and ask this horse its name.
Nice.
Shit. Okay.
I hope you have your horse names together.
Brian.
Oh, nice to meet you, Brian. What's your name?
It's two horses or one horse?
Of course you did,
It's
Doug.
it's Brian and Ryan, duh.
It's better than Brian and Glue.
Well, we'll see about that.
Right.
Okay. I need a land vehicle proficiency check from our driver, and that would be Yop. I will let you, because I am gracious and I do this all the time, let you query either intelligence or wisdom for this.
All right. Yeah.
God almighty. All right, cool. So what this means is that you can drive well, but it doesn't stop the encounters from happening.
On Brian, on Ryan.
Okay, so Yop is driving. So Yop, you can make a perception check to keep an eye on the road. Anyone else interested in doing likewise? And otherwise, what are you doing?
I'm just thinking about how much I love these horses.
Right, yeah, just crank up.
Listen, I don't kill kids on purpose. It's always an accident.
You're just gonna pull out a conch and start playing on it. The one she got from Acquisitions Incorporated for her job.
Yes, your horn.
My horn
Why don't
But it-
you
themed.
yeah. Let me see a tool check for that one. So you have the proficiency for it, and you would query charisma. Let me see what you got for that.
It is
So-
wow.
Yes. So the purpose of your horn in general is to call attention, and I mean you picked a conch, like so appropriate, but it doesn't sound great. So you have everyone's attention, but maybe people are upset about it.
Yumi, I don't mean to be rude. I'm trying to attune to this book here that I was just given. If you could, just a little quiet for like an hour. That's all I need.
So I can practice after you're done?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah,
I
And
won't
then
say-
we'll put it away and watch Zashel until he seems like he's done.
I'm trying to take the first leg of this trip to attune to the book, but that has to be done over a short or long rest. So
Totally fine.
Good luck.
No, I'm fine with you doing that in this time. That's fine. I gave you an item. I'm gonna let you attune to the item. Before bad things happen.
I rather enjoyed the music, personally.
that
Just
Yumi,
have-
please feel free to carry on playing.
You can roll another check if you want Yumi to see if you do better.
I think I did worse.
Right. Well, now she's nervous. All eyes are on her.
Anyway, all right. So the road following the Kingfisher River cuts through. You guys saw the bit of the outskirts of Salt Marsh. It's mostly plains. There's not a lot of trees, truthfully, and it makes the far distant Silver Stand the horizon. It looks like it is the only feature really, besides very slow hills and this river that is a little bit fetid, a little swampy, realistically, which is peculiar. I mean, it's so close to the ocean, you'd think it would run mostly clean, except for what Yop and Zashel mentioned. Something has polluted this river.
There
And
is a power belonging to former alchemists that we should be wary of. Punketta says there are. It's nothing intelligent, but definitely still things moving around.
And some troves.
Potentially trolls as well.
And as this is to the forefront of your mind, Yop, having been there for the conversation, the repeating of the conversation now, and your position at the front of the vessel, you are watching and see the water move, but not like a river. You see bubbles of gooey shapes that blend with the water kind of rise and fall, almost looking like an elemental, but they are way more gelatinous, static than an elemental would be. And-
do you not see that?
And because of your perception, there's no surprise round as the river swells and morphs and takes on forms that swing out at the craft and then at the horses and at you. But no surprise, so let's roll initiative. And this is going to be a really fun mechanic where there is different aspects of the river that have different traits that are going to be using different tokens and different stats. But theoretically, when it is all still one creature, it is all still this part of the river that is attacking you.
Gotcha.
It'll be fun, folks.
I assume I have to wait for a long rest to get the spell from the tome, or does it hop up one?
I'll let you have one for today. I feel like it would be charged for the day.
Gary.
What'd you get?
I think I got Goodberry.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, looks like we got everybody in order. Right. Yep. Oh my god, Yop.
Yeah.
Your dice are really good today. The thing that you did
Yeah,
is
it cleared my mind, right? I'm thinking right. All's right with the world.
all right. Okay. All right. So, even though it's a gelatinous cube, which is technically invisible, the body in front of you is a swelling part of the river. You can see it. You can see fish in it. You can see wood and debris and other things. You can attack it.
Okay. Yop will point in front of her. Look over there. Does everybody see those things? And we'll cast Fairy Fire. Right.
Over you guys and the horses, right?
Right.
Rip horse, he's about to get eaten.
All right.
Don't you dare say that.
And
That's my son.
Your son's about to get consumed by a gelatinous cube, I think.
against my better judgment, Yop will hop off the front there, and Betty will stand by her side. And that's it.
Excellent. So the really fun thing for you is that both of them failed. The funnier thing for me is that one of them rolled a natural one, which ends up being a -3.
Nice.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Stupid. Anyway, it's its turn. And it just scoots its little slimy body over the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
And I need the both of you to make a dex saving throw.
Oh, Betty.
Oh, Doug, are you available? Oh, Betty. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can come in. If you can come in, just
Hector.
hop on in.
Okay, cool.
Trisha. Carly.
Okay. So, the water pours itself over you and catches you, and it's thicker than water and holds you in place. I need
That one?
you
About-
will give
How
me.
about Steven? Steve. Steve or Steven?
Come
Which
on.
one? Steve or Steven?
15 damage to you and 12 to Betty.
What's his
Acid
Okay.
damage.
name? No, that was Steven.
You cannot breathe, and you are restrained.
Max? Perfect. Now what?
Okay, how much to Betty was it?
12.
Okay.
Doug, you got a lot of background.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize I was unmuted.
Gotcha. Okay, and just roll initiative whenever you're in, and I'll add you to the turn order. We'll just go whenever. Yeah. Oh, cool. That's incredibly convenient. Okay, Yumi, it is your turn.
Does it look like I can safely attack this without hitting Yum?
Make me an insight check.
I cannot tell.
You would be afraid to hit Yop.
I will shoot this thing then.
The one down here.
Oh, sorry, the brown one up here?
Oh, okay, all right. And you have advantage to hit, and the 23 is killer. Okay.
I will shoot it again.
All right. And both of those hit. Oh,
Heck yeah.
jeez. Okay.
You get the crit too, yeah.
Uh-huh. And
That is all.
okay, all right. Those appear to be effective hits. I believe you guys have fought some slimes before and had some trouble. At least this part of the body, of this gooey body, seems to take those hits poorly. Vicaris. All right. Haste to Yumi and Krellick. What a move!
Yeah,
Third
that's
level.
powerful.
Third level spells. Ooh.
Hasty is just so good.
I'm gonna give you guys something. Okay, that's his turn. All right, Zashel.
So will hop off the cart. Krellick, can you there's one coming up behind us, and I will go ahead and just start with the cantrip. Save my slots in case I need to heal. And I will Sacred Flame this one. The one behind us.
Okay. It
Wow, that is. It's like I'm first level again.
it rolled a natural 20 on its dex save, unfortunately.
That's it.
Okay. Krellick?
Okay. I turn and say,
Yeah, the thing is, that's my girl right there, and I'm not letting some ooze get a hold of her. Brian, you get yourselves a safety.
I'm gonna let out a very energetic bellowing roar as I go into a rage from a bony action, and then I will. My speed is doubled. Yeah, hell yeah. Okay. I will grab hold of my two-handed maul. I'd like to try to get to where Yop is. I'm assuming I can do that and not be like caught up by the cart.
Correct. Yeah,
Okay.
with your movement and everything, that's not an issue.
All right, cool. I would like for my first attack to attempt to make a shove action on Yop to pull them out of the cube.
Okay. All right, I gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Which means, well, okay. A shove action.
Oh, here, I'll rephrase it. What can I do to get Yop out?
You can take the help take the help action, or you can like realistically grapple her and pull her out, which is similar enough to the shove action. I would just yeah, okay, I know the thing I was stumbling with was what DC you would have to fight against, but I figured it out. So
yeah, if it's like a grapple to get her, but like versus the creature, I don't know if that's a thing. And just like a grapple would only use one of my attacks unless you want me to use an action to like fully get her.
I would say that this would require the full action.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So what would you like me to roll?
You can roll athletics for this.
Sick. Okay. Rajing. So I have advantage. 22.
All right, you easily clear that and are able to pull her free.
Hell yeah.
Also, I will take this opportunity since I didn't do it when I got sucked in there. I probably need to do a con save for those fairy fires.
Yes. Yeah, you're fine.
Hell yeah. I will use my hasted action to do a reckless Great Weapon Master attack at this creature.
Okay, it is fairy fired, so if you don't want to, you don't have to recklessly.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because it has the fairy fire on it. Yeah, so I'll just do the Great Weapon Master. 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Okay, for 25 damage total.
Okay.
And then I'll give a thumbs up to Yop and just say,
Be careful, dear.
and then I'll use the rest of my movement to run towards this sludgy thing.
Okay, and we will take a reaction towards you.
Yep.
Yep. And a swinging blob of gooey water swipes out at you for 18 to hit.
18 hits.
All right, and does 11
Mine, the haste
acid
is
damage.
plus 2 AC.
Oh, +2 to your AC for haste.
Oh, then my AC is 19.
All
so
right.
it does not hit. Thank you for the haste reminder.
Haste is a just baller.
Haste is an incredible spell with so much goddamn shit to remember. Okay. Okay, and then it's that thing's turn. It is right next to you, Krellick. We will do this. Yep. Swipe out again in a similar fashion. It all looks the same. Again, slimy water. Trying to overwhelm you. A 22 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay, and you're not wearing armor.
No, I don't
Yep.
have the traditional. Actually, no, I do not.
Yep. All right, so you take 5 bludgeoning damage and 12 acid damage.
Okay, so 6 acid damage, and then how do you want to split the 5?
I round down, so 2.
Okay, 2. So 8 damage total.
Okay, and the thing that has a -1 to its initiative order. Good job, bud. Will attack Yop as the closest target, but a 15 definitely doesn't hit.
Nope.
And then Yop, your turn.
Yop will sort of choke a little bit and perhaps spit a little water out. Don't touch me again.
That hits. All right.
And I'm going after the cube.
Okay.
And Betty will try and pull herself free. Is that a strength check, I guess?
My gut says yes, but give me one moment. It is a Dex saving throw.
Okay.
But she can make an athletics check too if she wanted to escape.
Oh, actually, she will definitely do that.
Okay, that gets you out of there.
All right, and she will go out over that way.
I do have a question, just because these are QB things. Does it burn Betty at the start of her turn?
At the start of its turn.
At the start of the cube's turn. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Speaking of, let's do. Yeah, we're just gonna scooch over again. You can take an opportunity attack if you'd like, Yop.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. That will certainly hit. Right. And then it will try to again engulf Betty. She needs to make a dexterity saving throw. That saves. All right.
And so, is she pushed? Okay, got it.
Yeah. The force of the creature just pushes her away rather than swallowing her. And then Yumi.
Yumi is seeing this thing getting closer and she wants to be nowhere near it. And is going to hop out of the cart and go over here and then shoot this one.
Hit.
And she will shoot it again.
Okay, yeah.
And the hasted action. Does a 16 hit?
Yes. Ooh. Good. Good. All right. 28. Right? Is it 28?
That is all.
Is it 38? It's 38. With that portion of the blob sort of jiggles and wobbles and falls into the earth and kind of starts inching its way back towards the river. And then Vicaris.
So then I can still hit this thing, right?
It is out of. It's dead.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I guess I'll go for that one. And I'm
Okay.
just gonna firebolt him. Yeah, that's all done. Ooh,
Yeah, baby.
10.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And that's my turn.
Okay. I was worried maybe this may have been challenging for you guys, but all right, Zashel.
Let me see if I can give you a hand here, Kralik. I will cast Guiding Bolt at the one Kralik is fine. I get to do damage. Did that do that correctly? It did. So that's 19 radiant.
Oh, that's great.
It's really not for 66.
Well, I'm just happy. I'm happy for you. Also, with your modifier, you literally could not miss this one.
I mean, I could if I rolled a 1.
Kralik?
All right, I'm gonna
You have advantage on the first attack because of Guiding Bolt.
hell yeah.
So if you want Reckless, you still have to do that before. But
Yeah. I'm gonna shift in front of my boy there, and to put myself in between it and him. I'll raise the big warhammer above my head. Sorry, my two-handed maul, and then just start bringing it down repeatedly on top of this thing.
Right.
I will go reckless on it for the entire turn. Yeah, okay. Reckless Great Weapon Master at it. It'd be 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Heals it for 25 damage.
Criminy. All right.
13 to hit.
Will hit.
Hell yeah. For 14 damage.
Okay.
Pretty good. And then I'll use my hasted action to try to just smash this thing back into the earth. 18 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Ooh, a lot of ones in there for 9 damage.
Okay, all right. He's still standing.
Let me just look. For some reason, I know what I was doing. I was hitting reckless attack. The reason why these numbers were low, it wasn't adding the +10 from.
So it's another
the Great
20?
Weapon Master. It also would have been less than 13. It would have been.
5
less.
which is 8, which still hits.
Okay, cool. Then and then the other one would have hit. So that's +20.
Yes. Okay. So, you pummel this thing into the earth, and every time another swelling mass rises to come at you, you just bop it again like a whack-a-mole until this thing again melts and then floats away.
I turn and I use my long neck to turn my head kind of to the side so I can see Zash and be like,
I think I got it.
I'll also shout to the others.
Remember, I'm keeping count, so make sure we get our numbers up.
Okay, and the last of them will just do its thing and try to swallow Yop. Does a... Never mind. It's a 9 to hit.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, that's not gonna do anything. Just a blob swings out at you and hits your shell, kind of like a nice little, how you doing? And then it's your turn.
But that's pretty disgusting.
And that damage is disgusting. Yeah, good job.
And Betty will run over squawking.
Is she... Do you want to have her do an action?
She's just gonna dodge.
Okay. Yumi?
Yumi will try to fire 3 bolts into that. Or arrows.
Yes. Yes! Yes! You killed it in 2. How
I
you
wasn't
do?
sure, so I shoot the 3rd one into its dead body anyways.
Alright. These things, they're less viscous than the last slimes you guys have encountered, and very clearly take this damage like way worse. Like way worse than the other things that you've encountered so far. You did it, folks.
Yo, Betty, come here.
I'll very speedily make my way over to Yumi and pull out the abacus and push 2 skulls to her name.
I believe one of those deaths is thanks to me.
What'd
Yeah,
you want?
definitely.
The one that you used your third attack on.
Wait, you wanna give someone else the kill?
Yes.
No, I mean.
Yes, I want to give the kill to him. And Yumi will point to Vakaris.
Also, you should probably prepare yourselves. This is not going to feel good. And then I'll release.
What do you
haste.
mean it's not gonna...
There's something different. The way
Fuck! Falls over.
But you did good.
What was that? Ow, my head. I feel like I'm gonna throw up now.
Just a after effect for the magical creatures, or for non-magical creatures, excuse me.
You're spring today, right, Doug?
Yes.
Okay, so for Krellick, the elf that you've encountered before, with like kind of flaming hair and yellow skin, now has a more green tone and has foliage springing through his blonde hair, right?
Wait, I thought he said he was Autumn.
Yes. I did, but I accidentally did it wrong. The spells I selected were correct, but I said autumn when I should have said spring.
Okay.
Yeah.
From the ground, Krellick looks at you and go, and says,
Wait, who invited you?
Oh, I've actually been here before, long before you.
He does sound different too. He has a totally different voice.
Oh, I was here on the first day.
No. So, I remember they wouldn't look like you, but
Okay, so what are we doing tomorrow then?
this is confusing.
I understand. See, where I come from, people don't stay in their shapes and forms. They tend to change because staying stagnant is quite boring.
Yeah, that makes sense. That checks out.
and I'll get back to my feet.
Brian and Ryan, all right?
Cool. Of course, we're all right.
Holy shit, they can speak.
You hadn't rolled for the whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Nothing matters. This world is fake.
Well, I think we did all right. Everyone is okay, yeah?
Is anybody hurt? I can have some healing before I can rest.
Oh, no, I'm feeling much better now, thank you.
Just a little lightheaded for some reason. I think I tried blowing in that conch too hard. And she'll climb back into the cart.
Okay. You all get back into the cart and continue on your way. Let me get another perception roll from anyone who's interested.
I will be trying to take a short rest again.
Okay.
First, I will cast Good Berries and hand out to everybody.
Oops, sorry, it's just 13.
All right. Nobody perceives any threats for the remainder of this little trip. And the road takes you again over these kind of hilly, grassy plains to a fortress that is before these very tall trees that are surprisingly well, it's late summer as it is, but the trees seem to be taking on to autumn a little early. God damn it, Doug. And the fortress ahead. Oh, well, I'll put you on the map. I made this.
Looks good.
Thank you. The fortress itself is alone. There's not much around it besides a very small body of water, and you can see as you're approaching figures on the battlements, and you can hear the sounds of people beyond the wall. The trees themselves are silent, but they gleam with this white and golden light, and you almost get the sense, just as you're approaching, this white and the silver light, that is part of the tree, but the hour at which you're arriving, coupled with the seasonal change, has brought in this golden glow. It almost looks as if there's like this dazzling fire through the branches. And the cart pulls up to the entrance. The gates are actually open, and beyond the gates is a very small and cheerful little city with people apparently getting ready for the festival that you were told about, although none of you know exactly why that is taking place. At the center of the keep, or not of the town, is a little copse of trees that are in eternal spring bloom. They're absolutely gorgeous, and a soft mist drifts from this center of this little grouping, and the people don't seem to really approach this mist, don't really seem to get too close to the trees, but everyone is still gathered at the city center, where there is the smell of food, there is the sound of music, and the air of excitement and chatter. Where would you like to begin?
I'm going to be irritating and cast Detect Magic and look at the trees.
I was actually going to ask you to do that.
Yes, what do your god eyes see?
The trees themselves, I believe, amount to conjuration, which isn't necessarily surprising. But the mist itself is a pulsing, vibrant aura within itself. It's so palpable that it is superseding the vision that Detect Magic gives you and lets anybody see this mist, this shape, this aura.
That's quite unusual.
Very.
There are a couple of guards who welcome you in. They are all wearing the colors of the crown, green and white, with a rampant lion and fronds of wheat crossed on them, and say, "Welcome to Burrell. We ask that any carts be directed this way." And they point in one direction where there is clearly somebody parking. There's a valet. As there appears to be actually quite a few carts and caravans parked here, and then the festivities are beginning after sundown for those who have not been here before.
Oh, festivities? What festivities?
Oh, we are celebrating the anniversary of the signing of the... Oh, am I gonna say it right? Oh, God damn it. I'm gonna look it up because I don't want to say it wrong again.
Wild Flame Pact.
Wild Flame Pact, that's what it
In
is.
the notes.
Thank you, Ted. Inspiration to you.
I'll take it.
The Wild Flame Pact.
Well, it sounds lovely. I'm happy to be here in time for festivities. What does the celebration entail?
Well, we have plenty of activities. There's some challenges that are for those who wish to make a little bit of money for fun. There is a chance to get to speak with our good friend Wanderroot. He will be making an appearance shortly to begin the festivities, and a few members, possibly from the Silverstrand, may be appearing, but we have no promise, as we do every year. They are fickle.
Wait, one of the prizes is you get to speak to a plant.
No. The prizes are money, but you can just speak with Wanderroot if you'd like.
Yeah, plant. A root.
He is sort of a plant. He can walk and speak. Hence, Wanderroot.
Oh, I look forward to meeting him.
I'll believe it when I see it.
So, some of the things you guys can do is there is a challenge to climb the trees. There's a game called Catch the Queen. There's a very simplistic one called Lift the Stone. There's also an archery competition, a ring toss, and some strength contests as well. There's also like fortune tellers, food, tapestryist, that kind of thing.
Are any of these contests charisma based?
I mean, you could talk to the fortune teller.
Do I get a prize?
I'd like to try and climb the tree.
The challenge for climbing the tree requires that you go to the town center where the other where the spring trees are, and you climb to the top and you remain unchanged.
Wait, are you saying the challenge is to climb and not be changed?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Where's Dasani when you need him?
Yumi, I think you got this. I mean, he's just climbing a fucking tree.
I'm so confused. Is it not just climbing a tree?
Well, you also have to wear these, and the man at the stand puts out 2 heavy iron bracers that you have to put on your wrists, then climb the tree.
Rude.
Yeah, but you were buying like really heavy manacles, so this is, I mean, Yumi, this is like nothing.
Like,
I don't know what that
strange
voice is.
tradition.
I'll shrug and put on the bracers and try to climb.
All right, cool. So you wait a moment as other people are also pushing their friends, as people are getting a little bit more and more drunk, to go and, go, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. And eventually there's enough people to get a proper race. So what you need to do is you need to make either a dex check or a strength check, acrobatics or athletics at disadvantage. And you'll need to make 3 of them. And per each success, you need to make me a charisma saving throw.
That's interesting.
At disadvantage, that is not a success. That is a
Yep.
failure.
But you
Oh,
can use
sorry. Per
acrobatics.
failure, that's when you need to make the. That's when you need to make the charisma. Yes.
Nope.
Ooh.
Yikes.
Oh, this
Didn't
is
you say
gonna be
strength,
We just
athletics,
falls
or
on her
dexterity acrobatics to go up the
Yes.
Listen, Yumi chooses to go root
Okay.
forth with
No,
this
right,
climbing
no,
trees.
it's fine.
This is what she wants, and this is what she
no.
gets.
I love it.
All right, just give me one moment as I pull up the wrong handout for myself, and
I'm imagining Zashel like, don't you want to? Shut up, Zashel. Okay.
Yo,
turn-
mate.
all right.
Yo,
Uh,
Turn her into a turtle. Turn her into a turtle.
you see Yumi put her hands to the tree trunk, and you see her lift and pull and then fall, and then she vanishes. Yumi, you're still exactly where you are, but you can't see anything, or you can't see yourself, and they can't see you.
Okay.
Yumi! Yumi!
I think she got to the top.
Is she at the top? I can't see.
Yup, why are you yelling?
Oh, goodness. Oh,
Oh, you
Um,
can't hear her respond.
okay.
Yumi, you can hear Yop, but Yop cannot hear you.
Yeah,
You-
Yumi doesn't know this.
Right?
Yop is screaming, Yumi, did you make it to the top? We can't see you.
You can make another check now if you'd like. Oh no! Make me another charisma save. Alright, you save. Nothing else happens to you, but you're still on the ground. You can hear other people above you.
I think she's at the top.
Do I keep trying to climb?
Yeah. The Christmas. Alright, you save again. Alright, you're still just stuck at the bottom. Still invisible.
She must be Krellick. It's been a while, I can't see her. Yay, Yumi! Congratulations!
You, me, you, me.
Yumi!
Yumi's getting pretty frustrated that they're cheering so loudly when she keeps falling on her ass, but
And we'll do 2 more checks. 2 more strength or dex. Oh! Nope, that's not high enough. No, it's the 6. It's the 6.
it's 6, it's not enough.
Yep. That's a fail. Alright. I'm having fun. Okay, let's see. Oh! This is cool. Alright, you put your hands to the tree again, you find yourself slipping, and you breathe in more of that mist, and you kind of shake your head, and your hands clench a little against the bark, and the tree catches on fire.
Do the rest of us see it burst into flames?
The rest of you see the tree start to catch fire.
Vicaris, what did you do?
Well, I didn't do anything. It's not me this time. Can I use control flames to kind of control it?
You can use control flames. I believe you can get rid of the fire, yeah?
Yeah, snuff out.
Alright, you can do that. Cute little gift.
See, it's fine.
I love this festival so much.
Alright,
oh-
seeing. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I do have a question. Is there a way to climb the tree without the iron shackles? Is there like an alternative thing?
Are you asking the guy?
Yeah.
Well, the whole point is to be kind of stuck in the mist for a little bit, so no.
Sure, right, but it's just that some of us, we have, let's say, allergies to iron, and we can't have it touch our delicate skin. You understand?
Are you one of the guests?
Yes?
Are you from the forest?
No, I'm not from the forest. I'm not from around here, you might say. And he gives like a big smile.
Interesting. Well, many of the elves of the forest also say likewise. Unfortunately, well, let me see. And he looks around and finds, after a moment, he finds the very dusty silver, same, identically weighted manacles.
Oh, right, thank you.
All right, and Yumi, let me get one more check from you.
Oh, wait, sorry, that's wrong. That's not a strength check. It's a 4.
Hey, one more charisma save. Oh. Oh. Okay. And
I just know she's having a ton of fun wherever she is up there.
you feel incredibly weak and tired, and you put your hands again to the bark, and you feel more sensitive to it in general. It just hurts, and you don't feel like you can keep going.
I'll just sit on the ground.
Right, I'll meet you up there. And then it's a disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Alright. 17.
Jesus. Yeah, okay, that makes it. Okay, so you can make another one.
12.
That is a failure. Make me a charisma save.
Sorry. 14.
Okay. That is a failure. So roll me a d4.
Am I gonna change?
Yes, you are. However, you also gain the ability to teleport up to 20 feet as a bonus action.
Hell yeah!
I
Can I
believe
use...
you turned to winter, though, right?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Well, that can get you further up the tree, my dude.
This is technically I am still myself, yes. And I will teleport.
Ha! 20 feet. Okay, we'll do one more check for you then.
Oof.
Let's get that a charisma save.
It's good stuff.
Right, so you want to teleport, do you?
Okay, you don't change. Nothing else happens to you, and you now can hear. You started later than everybody else, technically, but you can hear everybody else, anyone who has made it, either near your level or below. You can still take a bonus action teleport again if you want.
Hell yeah.
All right. You get to the top because you can, because that's like your speed and everything. Like you can teleport to the top, and no one else is here. And below you can see the mist, and you can see the people. You can see the forest around, which now that you have a better view of it, Vicaris, you see colors that you haven't seen since you left the Fae. You remember now that everyone talks about how vibrant and beautiful and colorful the Feywilds are, but the truth of the matter is that they are bright and colorful, but only creatures born to the Fae can see those colors. And you are. And there's just this pang of nostalgia, and you're in winter. What do you do?
What a great question, Sarah. There's no one up here. Didn't I hear voices from above?
From below.
From below. Okay, cool. And then I see those colors. Oh, Jesus. Can I see anything else in particular? Like perhaps a portal?
Can you make me a perception check?
Yes, once this reloads because I accidentally pushed back. I'm doing great. Still loading.
Can I buy a little like street meat and drinks for everyone?
Yes, you can.
Cool.
You can drop
Yeah.
2. Or, well, drop a silver and you can feed everybody.
Hell yeah, I do so.
I'm going to use Tides of Chaos to give me advantage on this check.
Okay. Okay. You don't see a portal, but you can see past some of these branches. And you see structures that aren't unfamiliar to you from your own city, from your home. I'm gonna say it, gotta say it right. Senalius, the capital. These buildings are structured like your home. In the trees and near the canopy.
Okay. Yeah, can I go back down?
Mm-hmm. Do you climb down or do you teleport down?
Oh yeah, I can teleport. Let's do that a couple times.
Okay. You do that, and the guy running the booth is staring at you very curiously and says, you look different.
Can you say that again?
You look different.
Technically, this is still me, Vicaris. Sometimes I change, and that has nothing to do with the tree, perhaps?
Roll me a deception check.
Yeah, that was a full lie.
That was a full lie.
I did not mean to put that on advantage, but
18, and let me get a natural
Okay.
20 on insight.
Of course.
He says, "No, I understand some of you do change, but not like that. He looks at the mist and to the trees, and then looks back at you, and then holds out his hands for the cuffs.
I'll give him back. Specifically brushing his hand as I give him back.
All right. I got a 10, damn it. All right, roll me a d20. It's fair.
I hope it's something about his appearance changes.
Okay, we got... Okay, Yumi.
Is he currently holding them?
He's holding the silver ones you gave him.
Okay, damn it.
Yumi, you give up? ?
I do. I give up. I'm just sitting at the bottom of the tree now.
Do you go to return the iron cuffs?
No, I'm just disappointed. I'm just sitting there.
Okay. A minute passes and then you become visible sitting, moping at the bottom of the tree.
Oh, you.
Has more people
We didn't see you come down.
went and returned the cuffs, or are people still trying to climb?
I'll get to that in a moment. Okay, if that's the case, then eventually a couple other people make their way down the tree. Some of them look battered, some of them look a little amorphous, some of them can't stay upright and look like some of their bones have gone missing. Only one individual seems to have made it through unscathed. And each of them return their cuffs. The first person who does, the attendant grabs them and then screams and recoils and pulls back his hand. You can hear sizzling and you can smell the sound of burning skin and flesh. And he tries again to retrieve the cuffs and again gets visibly and audibly burned.
Oh, it seems you have also acquired the allergy to iron. You probably should not touch that.
He stares at you with confusion and fear and looks perplexed.
I forget. Is there a prize for making it to the top?
Clutching his hands still, he says, "Only if you remain unchanged." And then he goes and retrieves a bag and gives it to the one individual who did.
You may how to go.
It went horrible. And she'll stand up, take off the cuffs, and return it to the guy.
He carefully puts his hands into his shirt to use them as gloves to retrieve them.
I would like to shake the hand of the victor.
You motherfucker. I got a 16.
I think that's exactly it. Ah, bitch. All right, fine. Well done. I'll walk away. I'm very disappointed.
Well, give me this, alright. I mean, there's other things we can do here. We'll find some that you'll have fun at.
I will type in chat what we got available so you guys can decide what to do.
I want to pick up this big rock.
Right. Uh-huh. moment. Okay. You can try to lift the stone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you approach the circle of people, of individuals trying to lift it and nearly give themselves hernias and all that, you are told as you approach that this is the stone that was used as the tablet and the table on which the Wild Flame Pact had been signed. And the challenge...
Yeah, all right.
Well, I know you don't care, but someone else might care. And the challenge is to just, make a strength check.
I'm gonna set my shield and maul and battle axe in a little pile next to it. Do a couple turtle stretches.
Turtles?
Nice.
Can turtles stretch?
This turtle can.
His limbs just go in and out of the shell a couple times.
Gotta limber up. So is this like just a round boulder? What am I looking at?
It is what looks like a smoothed tablet. So a very large, about 6 feet long and round. Not particularly tall or anything, just cumbersome. It's painted red with the splattering of yellow across it. And looks weathered and beaten. It actually looks like it has been possibly eroded from a much larger sized rock than it used to be.
Cool. Can I give a little like a light lift to test how heavy I think it might be?
You can, and it is dense. And you're also indicated with a sign how high you need to lift it, which is just like it's a certain DC.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So very heavy. This is a very heavy rock.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Cool. All right. I'm gonna turn to Yop, and I'll say to her,
You might want to get a chair or something, because you're about to faint from the strength that I have within me.
I will spit on my hands, rub them together, grab a hold of this rock as low as I can, and then just easily lift it above my head.
Rage or anything, or are you just doing this?
I should blow a rage. I should do that. That'll just be I'll just have one less. Who knows? I will start picking up the rock, and like the veins start bulging in my arms, and just I'll try to lift this bad boy rock. It's 11.
Oof. That's a 3 and a 2 on the 20.
Yikes.
20s. Yikes.
Wait.
Oh.
Well, I rolled it. I don't know what the result is. I haven't DM inspiration, so I don't know when it is. I can say I want to.
You can do that now. Yeah.
Okay. I got that.
I'm
Okay.
pretty lax about that in general.
So straight rolled. It's a 25.
There you go.
There it is.
You hear something pop, but then, more irritated that you almost are defeated by a rock is what fuels you to get this thing up over your head, barely past the line before it slips from your grip and falls. But everybody saw it. Everybody saw that, and for that you get 50 gold.
Oh yeah, couple pounds on the old turtle chest.
It's right. It's acrylic the red, remember it.
Very well done, Krellick. It's quite impressive. Here, have a muffin. And I will hand him a strawberry muffin.
Hell yeah! I take my gold. I saunter over to Yop, very proud of myself. and take the muffin and eat it.
Yes! Okay. Oh, Adam, I know you don't know what the fuck you've got, but you
Nope.
picked the perfect thing, and I'm so happy about it. Oh my god! Oh, okay. I need a... I believe it is a charisma saving throw. Yes.
You got it. It's 16.
Oh god. Okay, so you only get one of these effects, which is, I mean, it's better that way. You become charmed by the first creature that you see, which, I mean, we know who it is. What this is fairy food. You become enamored with the first creature that you see, and are kind of just want to follow them around, hang around. I mean, it's not that different. It's just very, very funny. Can I get a D4 roll from you?
Yes. D4. It's a 1.
2 hours.
Excellent.
2 hours. You have tunnel vision.
Yeah, I look to Yop swallowing the last bits of the muffin. I look down. Where's Betty right now?
Betty's next to me.
Next to you. Okay. I look down at Betty and I look up at Yop and say,
Did I ever tell you that I'm a little bit jealous of Betty because she always gets to be with you?
Well, isn't that sweet, Krellick? That's very nice.
I was thinking maybe we could ditch her and you and I, get some time together, yeah?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I wouldn't go anywhere without Betty.
Well, she can watch, I guess.
Well, there's plenty to enjoy here at the festival. Perhaps another bit of that meat that where did you get that? Perhaps we should get some more.
Oh, it's I think like 100 feet that way. Don't worry, I'll be back.
I'll run off to go get whatever Yop wants.
Okay. We're running short on time, so we're still gonna, I think next session we'll still be in this scene, so you guys can still do other activities, try to earn more money, talk to other people and all. But we'll introduce as the sun begins to lower and the Silverstand Woods ignite in golden light. And the keep's gates open. 2 figures stride out. One is a massive golden and yellow treant who bends down to climb out of the entrance and stands then tall, nearly reaching the height of the spring blossoming trees in the courtyard. And then the other is a very much less imposing figure until you get a good look at her. And she looks to be half elven. She has dark, wavy hair. There's something about her that looks very, very familiar. Can I get some insight checks from everyone but Krellick?
That's Turtle List.
It's not.
It's not, because Yop gets to make the check.
Okay. Yop and Yumi, you get this as well. She looks incredibly familiar. In fact, there's something about her that strikes you as particularly familiar. She's wearing the colors still of the kingdom, but she's also wearing a tartan that you recognize. Let me just... there you are. And as she enters, following the treant, there is a herald that announces the presence of Wanderroot, the guardian of Burl, and the captain of the garrison, Kiara Van Ra, the Shadowbreaker. And that's where I think we're going to end it for tonight, folks.